Arsenal 3, Bournemouth 2. Wow, what a crazy game of football. For those of you wondering why this match review is coming out slightly later than usual, well, as you know, I basically do my match reactions for every Arsenal game. However, today I did a live stream reaction because it was just absolutely crazy. I thought, why not get your thoughts live and just my thoughts live as well in an instant match reaction. And big up to those of you that came along. It got over 8,000 views and around 250 people were watching it at one point at the same time. It was absolutely crazy. So big up all you lot that came to tune in. But I thought, you know, why not? Let's do a full match review as well as I do with every game. Let's keep the tradition going. And it's been a few hours from the match now, so I can actually let my thoughts fully settle and it's not just based on emotion like my live stream was. However, after this one, if you haven't already, check out the live stream. It was about an hour long. Brought my friend along as well to fully talk through the game, player ratings, how we're feeling about Arsenal's title chances. It was absolutely crazy. With that being said, however, let me know your thoughts on the match in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear it. Do you think Arsenal are going to win the league now if you didn't before? That's my big question. For those of you that had doubts before, does this show to you that we can win the Premier League? And if you're new around and you love Arsenal related content, this is the place for you. Make sure you subscribe down below on my road to 2,000 subscribers. I mean, what can I say? This is football in a nutshell. Before the game started, I think we all said, look, it's Bournemouth. If there's ever a game you want to play in the Premier League, it is Bournemouth at home. It is basically a banker for 3 points. They are dead and buried. I watched them last week against Man City, hoping and praying they'd get something for us, but they just lied down and died. But today, they turned up and it were a different type of Bournemouth. They scored after 9.11 seconds, 9.11 seconds on the clock, the second fastest in Premier League history, and it would be the fastest if not for Shane Long scoring for Southampton a few seasons ago. And what a goal off the start, man. They started positive, they overloaded the left side, but then played the ball to the right side, whipped in, Gabriel, poor touch, takes away from Solanke, but Philip Billing on the move in the box to slot it past Ramsdale to give Bournemouth the lead. At that point, I'm like, you know what, we've conceded, but our clean sheet record at the Emirates isn't great. I know we kept a clean sheet against Everton, but that's been one of the only ones this season for us. At the Emirates, we've been leaking goals and it's not great. So if we're going to concede, you'd want to concede after 1 minute because that gives the rest of the game, basically the whole game, to sort ourselves out. But we didn't quite manage to do that. I mean, we were pushing and the commentators while watching the game were saying Arsenal playing well. I don't think we necessarily played well. Don't get me wrong, I don't think we played badly. But we looked like we played well because Bournemouth they showed us that they allow us to have possession, so any team can look decent. When you give them possession, you defend the back nine, they're going to look good because they're just knocking the ball around. 80+% possession, shots, but nothing really incisive. In fact, our best chance of the first half probably came as soon as they scored straight after. When Ødegaard shot, it got parried and then Saka couldn't quite follow in and score the rebound. Other than that, our chances were few and far between in terms of clinical, clear-cutting chances. We had a few VAR shouts, and to be fair, I mean, look, penalty or not penalty, I think one thing we have to say is that there's lots of inconsistencies this Premier League with officiating. I mean, some of them, next week we'll see them called as a penalty. I've seen softer penalties being given this season, that's absolutely for sure. But they weren't given. It is what it is. That's how the cookie crumbled for us. In the second half, though, I wanted a response. We need to come out in that second half and we need to get a win here against Bournemouth. But they go down and they score a second goal from a corner. Not good enough marking. Free head in the middle of the box. Powered it past Ramsdale. And at that point, I'm thinking, hold on a minute. 1-0 down, I thought that was, okay, it's 1-0 down. We'll still make it back. At 2-0, oh my God, we've got to score 3 goals to win that match. How many goodness at that point would have taken a point? I would not have taken a point. 2-0 down, 3-0 down. I did not want a point. I want to beat Bournemouth at home. But I feel like some Arsenal fans would be thinking, all right, let's escape here with a point. Fortunately, we responded straight away through Thomas Partey, man. Emil Smith-Rowe heading it back into the danger area and Thomas Partey on the scene to score. And for me, 2-1 down is better than 1-0 down. Because once we scored that goal, we had the momentum. And shortly after, Ben White scored. Off Reiss Nelson, probably his second touch, whipping into the box. And Ben White scores his first goal for Arsenal. Reiss Nelson, what a substitute by Mikel Arteta, man. What a substitute. Emil Smith-Rowe came on the pitch early because Trossard unfortunately was injured. Hopefully he can get well soon, man. He's a big part of our plans and big part of us winning the league hopefully this season. So we need him back on the football pitch as soon as possible. But this wasn't Smith-Rowe's game. It wasn't. His fitness isn't quite at it. And him and Zinchenko on the same side, they were both inverted. There was no one that was going to be a touchline winger to just run down that touchline and whip balls in. So we needed Reiss Nelson. So that was a masterstroke by Arteta, bringing him off the bench. He completely changed the game. He whips in for Ben White to make it 2-2. At that point, I'm thinking, let's go for the winner. We've got all the momentum. We can do it. We pushed, but weren't creating anything clear cut. Bournemouth were doing well to eke out time waste a little bit. And then, with the final kick of the game, more than 6 minutes added on have been elapsed. Reiss Nelson, man, tough finish. He gets the ball off the corner that's cleared. Left foot finish. right past the keeper into the top corner, send the Emirates into Bedlam, send me into Bedlam. And at that point, I'm thinking, oh my God, it is happening. It is happening for us, boys and girls. Arsenal, if there's ever a season we're going to win the league title, this is it. You need a little bit of luck along the way, and it was provided here today. We've had last-minute winners now, post-World Cup, against Manchester United at home, against Aston Villa away, and now against Bournemouth at home. In 3 games since the World Cup in the Premier League, we've had last-minute winners, man. Like, if there's... it's just the gods saying that this is our time to win the league title. God himself has come over and said, Arsenal, this is your time to win the league title, man. Like, they've given it to us. The stars are aligning. Something somewhere is saying, Arsenal, this title is for you. And that showed it again today. Resilience. Never ever giving up in the face of adversity. 2-0 down. It does not matter. 2-0 down. We keep fighting. We fight till the end. And for me, look, I know we came to this game expecting a 4-0, 5-0 victory. I know a lot of Arsenal fans were. But for me, this is better than that. I know goal difference-wise, we needed a lot of goals against Bournemouth. But the resilience, the aura this will give this team, this confidence this will give this team now, I mean, this can go a long, long way, honestly, this victory. Just for everything, the emotion in the stadium throughout. It's a massive, massive victory by all accounts. And big up to Reiss Nelson, man. Of course, Haaland products. I think he's been outshined by players like Bukayo Saka, who also came from Haaland and younger than him. But don't give up on this guy, man. He's still a young player. And whenever he's been in the team, he's made chances happen. Against Nottingham Forest, he was pivotal, scoring 2 goals. And today off the bench, goal and assist. I mean, when it comes to winning the league title, we can all say the Bukayo Saka's, the Gabriel Martinelli's, the Martin Odegaard's, the Gabriel Jesus's, the William Saliba's, etc. The core players winning the league title 100%, man. 90% of the season, they are the ones carrying you through. But for that one game, for that one time in the season, for those 2-3 games, you just need that one player that no one expected. If I said to you, Arsenal getting a last-minute winner today, who do you think scoring? I guarantee not a single fan would have said Reiss Nelson. Not a single fan. They would have said Saka, Martinelli, Odegaard maybe, Nketiah off the bench, Trossard. Not a single Arsenal fan is putting their money on Reiss Nelson scoring a last-minute winner for Arsenal. But that is what the season's like. Anything can happen. You need the squad, and Reiss Nelson exhibited that today, man. He was there in full force, getting the goal for us. Big up to him. He should get a start now in Europa League against Sporting Lisbon on that left wing side. And look, Trossard's injured, but hey, that's how life is like, man. If one person gets injured, another man needs to step up. And Reiss Nelson can now step into that limelight. This is your season, big boy. Get in there and make things happen for us. You scored a brilliant goal today, man, and well deserved for you. But Arsenal as a whole, I mean, it's 4 games now on the bounce. We dropped points in 3 consecutive games. We respond with 4 wins in a row. It's exactly what the doctor ordered. We've got Fulham next week. Tough game as well away from home, but they're missing Paulinho. And our away form is actually better than our home form. I think at home we struggle because teams just play a low block. But away from home, I think teams like to actually have a bit more attacking impetus. So that actually it falls into our hands a bit more. Because we can control the games and hit them more on counter-attacks. And play against teams that are not just rigid in their defensive systems. So Fulham without Paulinho, I fancy our chances. We then got Leeds and Crystal Palace back-to-back. And look, and then that heads into the Liverpool game. And we're into the running now. 13 games left, I believe, of the season. It's not going to be easy. There'll be games like this when you're expecting 3 points. I mean, Bournemouth is the easiest game in the Premier League at home. But nothing is straightforward in this Premier League season. You can't take any game for granted. You got to put your all in. And games like this, man, don't care if it's Bournemouth, don't care if it's Man City. Every game is worth 3 points. And this was an important, massive 3 points for Arsenal Football Club. Let's end with the player ratings. And as always, after that, check out my stream on this channel that I posted. Over 8,000 views. Brilliant stream. Thank you for everyone that checked it out and left your comments there. Ingar and Ramsdale, I mean, I'm going to give him a 7. I don't think he was at fault for any of the goals, but he made a massive stop in that first half. Brilliant save to stop it going 2-0. I mean, he went 2-0 anyway, but still at that time, that was a big save. I can't give him more than 7 because we did concede 2 goals at home to Bournemouth, but still, and Ramsdale, I thought overall we played decent. Right back, Tomiyasu. Tomiyasu is one of the worst players on the pitch and got taken off rightfully at half-time. Nothing against the man. I think he's a brilliant player, but today was not his day, Tomiyasu. I'm going to have to give him a 3 out of 10. Ben White, though, he played the other half. Ben White was good. Got his first goal for Arsenal Football Club, so congratulations to him. Big goal for us and was a big threat as well, man. Big boy Ben White in there, 8 out of 10. The centre-backs. I think Saliba slightly outshone Gabriel. Gabriel was at fault for the first goal. Don't know what he was doing, controlling it like that. Basically, diverted the ball into Billings' path to score the first goal. So I'm going to give Saliba a 7 and Gabriel a 6. Left back Zinchenko, I thought Zinchenko had a decent game actually. I'm gonna give him a 7.5 out of 10. I thought he was popping up in the right areas. I think when Smith Rowe was on the pitch, he wasn't as effective, but this man was finding the incisive through balls that we needed, and an extra body in midfield helped. Partey in there, winning the ball back in key areas. He was doing exactly that, man. That's what I like to see from the Partey. 7 out of 10. Moving into the middle, Arteta changed the system up. He got rid of Xhaka and started to play Fabio Vieira and Odegaard together. Two basically the similar ilk players in that team, a bit more attacking threat against Bournemouth. Did it work? I'm not sure. I think I prefer Xhaka in there for a bit more balance with Odegaard. I know Vieira provides more technical ability and more attacking threat than Xhaka, but I do think Xhaka provides a good balance in that team. And I do think our transitions were a bit weaker with Xhaka not in the team today. But either way, I thought Vieira actually had a decent game. A lot of people half-time were saying, oh, he's not the greatest, we need to take him off. I disagree, man. I'm not Vieira's biggest fan. I do think we need to loan him out to Pure Gym, but I thought today, I don't think he was at fault whatsoever. I thought he played pretty decent, Vieira, in there. I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. Odegaard, 7.5 out of 10. Big. He was the one that crossed it in, and it obviously got cleared for Reiss Nelson to score the goal. He was the one getting on the ball. He was never afraid, taking shots at times, needs to tighten up in his set pieces a bit, but I can't fault Martin Odegaard because he left everything on that pitch today, man. Big up to him. Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka had one of the quiet games, man. And that's not me getting on Bukayo Saka's back. Because you know I'm one of Bukayo Saka's biggest fans. I think he's been our best player this season. He's the best right wing in the world right now. But today, he got outshone by Reiss Nelson. Nothing against him. It's just one of those things. He's not going to be the best player on the pitch every single game we play. We've got a squad for a reason. Either way, Bukayo Saka did his bit in the midweek, scoring that brilliant goal against Everton. Today, he let someone else take the shine. Not the end of the world, man. 7 out of 10 for Bukayo Saka. Left wing, Martinelli. I'm not going to rate Trossard because he didn't have enough time on the pitch. Hope he gets well soon, though. Martinelli, left wing. I mean, he went into striker when Trossard got injured. I don't think he had an amazing game. He missed a gilt-edged chance when Partey put him through earlier, which would have ceased all the blood pressure that we would have got towards the end of the game. Overall, Martinelli played alright. I'll give him a 6.5 out of 10. I do want to see how this striker thing works, though, because I do think it is a potential long-term. But today wasn't his greatest game. I think he does work better when he's got Trossard next to him rather than Smith Rowe. Speaking of Smith Rowe, I don't think he had an amazing game whatsoever, to be honest. 5 out of 10. I think he still needs to get back to fitness. I still just think the guy's a little bit casual. Like, his play style doesn't really suit us. Is it me being harsh? Like, is it me being harsh saying Emil Smith Rowe's play style doesn't really suit Arsenal? He's just a little bit too casual for me, man. Like, he's just walking a bit. Like, hasn't got enough urgency. He's not trying to get to the byline enough. He's just moving a bit slow for me. Yeah, I think Reiss Nelson came on and really showed him how to put in a winger's performance, if I'm completely honest. But yeah, Smith Rowe, 5 out of 10 for me. And then Reiss Nelson, my boy, 10 out of 10. I don't care if you're calling it, it's emotional, it's part of the scene, it's reactionary. 10 out of 10. To get 25 minutes on the pitch, when you haven't played a lot recently, coming back from injury, and to score an assist, 2 vital goals for us, you're getting 10 out of 10 from me. Instant impact from Reiss Nelson, and won us this football match. Big up to him, man. Big up Reiss Nelson. Because if we lift that title in May, I know Reiss Nelson didn't play every game this season, but he can sit at home or sit wherever he is sitting in his armchair when he's 60, 70 years old and tell his kids, look, although I wasn't starting for Arsenal Football Club, I was one of the reasons we won that league title in May. He can say that to his kids, man, because this goal is absolutely massive by Reiss Nelson. Big up to him. As always, let me know your thoughts on the match in the comment section down below, as well as your play ratings. What did you think? Make sure you check out the live stream on my channel after this one. I hope to see you guys all there. If you're new around and you love Arsenal related content, this is the place to make sure you subscribe down below. My road to 2,000 subscribers. I'm on my football to see you all in my next video.